Here we go. Tweet top 10 list. Steph Mocella, the theme is what today?
Well, obviously, as we know, there was the blackout during Super Bowl Sunday, and that was, of course, one of the bigger stories from the game. And I've obtained a list of reasons as to why there was a blackout in the Superdome.
Now, I've told Matt Ross that I will give my critique after every mention you make. So the thing is, I'll give you baseball terms. So if it was good, walk-off home run, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Fair enough. Let's go. Number 10.
Blackout is such an annoying buzzword. The Superdome prefers to call it an unrequested darkness surplus.
I give that a single. Number 9.
The 49ers had planned on sneak attacking Joe Flacco with a steel chair.
All right, I'll give that a double. A solid double down the left field. And a fumble as well.
Number 8, Manti Te'o and Lance Armstrong wanted people to stop talking about them.
I give that a pop-up. That's a good one. A pop-up deep center field. Number 7.
It was Sean Payton's perfect chance at revenge on the NFL.
That's a solid triple there, Mocella. I like that one. Number 6.
Someone had the over on the prop bet of Solomon Wilcott's airtime.
That's a homer. That's a walk-off right there. I like that one. Number 5.
This year, the Super Bowl happened to fall on the same day as a new green initiative, No Electricity for 34 Minutes Day.
I like that. That's a good triple there. Jim, we see triple over there?
I'd say a nice line drive double.
Line drive double, I give you a triple. All right, number 4.
Kanye West meant to do it during Beyonce's performance, but he just mistimed it.
That's a good single. Good single. Number 3.
Alex Smith tried to create a diversion to swap jerseys with Colin Kaepernick.
I like that one. That's a good double down the line. Number 3. 2, my apologies.
Gary Bettman tried to ruin the NFL. His reasoning was, if the NHL has lockouts, the NFL will have blackouts.
I like that one. That's a good home run. Nice solo shot. And the number one reason why there was a blackout is...
It turns out the Superdome filled out the electric bill incorrectly. Under the area, do not write in this space, they wrote, okay.
That's a walk-off home run, my friend. Congratulations, Jim and Steph Mocella. Great 1-2 punch right now. Walk-off home run right there.
And I have a feeling I know why you liked number 1 in particular.
It's a Simpsons reference to Little Miss Springfield when they were trying to sabotage Lisa Simpson from continuing on with her crusade of being the go-getter, environmentally friendly Queen of Springfield. And they found out that Homer Simpson wrote in the forbidden box of okay, do not write here, okay.
That was a great summary, Mo.
That was a great summary, indeed. 514-790-1690, 1-866-896-2546. Still 4-3 Chicago up on San Jose. 12 minutes left in the third period. Jimmy G, Moe Khan, alongside with Steph Mocella. S. Mocella9, his handle on Twitter. Moe Khan 19 is my handle on Twitter. Jimmy G, you have what for a handle?
I do not have a Twitter handle yet.
Fair enough. Let's talk, switch gears here, talk some CFL, and we'll recap quickly for the NFL. Just get the last-minute thoughts of Jim and Steph. Yes, of course, for those who saw the Gazette article on Tuesday by Herb Zukowski, the Als insider and beat reporter for the Gazette, he did talk to Brian Bratton about his potential future, where he could end up, and he did have a small paragraph or two about Jamal Richardson and where he could end up. And he did mention that there are reports surfacing from his sources or from sources in general that have mentioned that Jamal Richardson could be on the trade market towards the BC Lions. Now, I did speak to Jamal, and he is quite happy in Montreal, wants to play with the Alouettes, looking forward to the Grey Cup this year, hopefully playing again for the Grey Cup in this November. So he wants to be an Alouette, and from what the reports are, and as Jim Pop mentioned too, Herb Zukowski in the quote, that the rumor is off base, and there's been no mention of Jamal Richardson being offered or been notified of him being on the trade market. So it appears Jamal Richardson will still be an Alouette for now and has expressed to still be a part of this organization for years to come. So Alouette fans, you can rest your fears. Optimus Prime will be here for this year for sure, and beyond that, we'll find out he is a free agent after the 2013 season, so we'll see how this plays out with Optimus Prime Richardson. 514-790-1690. Yes, Jim. I thought you were about to point something, say something to me right now.
No, I was just very happy with your description of the article and, of course, your latest news.
Well, you know what? And be fair to everyone involved, right? I mean, everyone has their sources and stuff. And you know what? Herb is a credible guy. He definitely has hit a home run or two with his breaking news and whatnot. And, I mean, whether or not there is any talks, who knows, right? We'll find out. And if there are any potential trade scenarios with Jamal Richardson going to BC, it could happen very well around the beginning of the new CFL year, or when I'm referring to that, the new calendar year, pardon me, if not around free agency period, where the Owls have been very active so far with who they've acquired. Arlen Bruce, they did bring in Quentin Porter. Now they brought in Jerome Messam by a trade from the Eskimos for a 6th-round draft choice, and you wonder what happens with Brandon Whitaker, if he could potentially get a salary that he's looking for from the Alouettes or from elsewhere. We'll see how that plays out with Whitaker, because, again, prior to the injury, definitely the best player in the Alouettes in terms of being an offensive threat the last 2 years. So some fascinating times with the Alouettes moving ahead and what they can do with their team. And it appears they are overhauling their roster from head to toe in hopes of gearing up for another Grey Cup run, which has been quite a while now, 2 years since they have made it to the Grey Cup, which is considered to be a drought in Alouette terms. And so we'll see how that plays out. 514-790-1690. Now, Jim, when we last saw each other, which was Thursday into Friday, the breakdown of the Super Bowl, we both said, I said Baltimore would win.
So did I.
Yes. Your thoughts on the game? What impressed you the most, and what caught your attention in terms of the surprises that happened throughout the 4 quarters?
I just love the fact that John Harbaugh, that's the Baltimore head coach, not the San Francisco head coach, John Harbaugh, he put the game in the hands of Joe Flacco. There was a play with, 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It was 3rd and inches from the Ravens' 40-yard line. And normally in that situation, the Ravens or any team would just pound the ball to get a first down. Instead, he dropped back and he completed a 20-yard pass. It's something that I don't think I expected. I didn't expect Baltimore to do that. I thought they were going to give the ball to Ray Rice or Pierce to run for the first down. And I also thought that John Harbaugh, if it was 4th and inches, he would go for it. I thought he would just pound the ball to run the clock and get a first down. Instead, he put the ball in the hands of Joe Flacco. And he got a completion, first down. Plus, on the next series, he ended up getting he created a penalty on the San Francisco defensive back, so they ran more time off the clock.
Well, remember, though, Flacco did audible in that sequence because he saw the Niners literally gang up the lanes inside the box on that play, which went to Anquan Bolden on the pass play on the 1-on-1 coverage with Chris Culliver on the sidelines. So really, Flacco had a great game plan. Jim Caldwell had a fantastic game plan for the 4 quarters, utilizing his weapons throughout the game. Anquan Bolden, Torrey Smith, the tight ends from Dixon to Pitta. And, of course, Ray Rice did not have the strongest game, but he was able to be covered by the receiving core of the Ravens, who did a marvelous job against probably the weakest of the position groups on the Niners' defense, their secondary. And we saw what Atlanta did to San Fran early in that NFC title game with Julio Jones and, of course, Roddy White exposing Terrell Brown, Chris Culliver, and you wonder what they're going to do in free agency, whether or not they will bring back Deshaun Goldson, who was looking for a long-term deal from the Niners. So we'll see how that plays out.